Hey everybody, I know that you guys are kind of just hearing the news about Ironmouse leaving VShojo and a few other creators leaving VShojo. I don't really talk about the VTuber space, even though I am a VTuber. I feel like when it comes to this situation, I feel like I need to talk about it because it's literally taking advantage of people, and I just can't stand for stuff like that. So I'm going to go over it. I'm going to go over probably what could happen because of this, and let's get to it. So Ironmouse came out with a video yesterday saying that she left VShojo. Now, why did she leave VShojo? For one, unpaid wages. That's one thing. But that is secondary to her because she cares more about the charity that she's focused on that helped save her life. And that's where she likes to donate to because that's very near and dear to her heart. And VShojo took the money and didn't do anything with it. So they just took her money from a subathon. And I think that in general is just really, really shitty. And especially it's like, I don't know if VShojo can outlast this. You took money from a sick girl and like one of the most positive people in the VTuber space, and you took money from a charity? Really, VShojo? Really? Like, it doesn't matter what it is. I know that some of the staff got paid, the head of the Japanese side got paid, and overall this led to other VTubers leaving. So who is the other VTubers that are leaving? So there's Michi. She was leaving for the same reason, unpaid debt, and Henya, also unpaid debt. There's Project Melody, who is also leaving, but they seemed a little bit more quiet about their situation. And Kei-san also left. She said that she was going to leave at the end of this month, but she left yesterday. And let me just say, Kei-san, she's a bad bitch. She literally called up the CEO and literally was like, yo, I quit. And who's getting paid? Because it's not me. So I appreciate that. Now, I'm going to put Ironmouse's preferred charity down below. If you want to donate to that would be great. You know, just shout her out. I feel terrible about what happened to her. And the thing is I also became a VTuber because, not for their reasons, but because I am uncomfortable being on camera myself. And I just wanted a little bit of space between me and my audience, even though I talk to you guys all the time. Like, I have some of the similar reasons, and I thought having a character that would represent my channel was better than me putting myself on my channel, which I don't know if that's the case, but I am enjoying being a VTuber. I really appreciate the person who made my VTuber model, and please check them out. Apollo made my VTuber model so gracefully, and I just want everyone in the VTuber space to feel like if this can happen to them, it can happen to you. So please protect yourselves if you can. And if someone's not paying you, it's time to talk about it. Okay? If someone's not paying you, time to talk about it. Everyone should be getting paid in all of these spaces. I know that I'm like the anti-AI artist up here, but I am always for workers' rights and workers being paid. All of the workers, not just some of the workers. If you can't afford to pay your talent that is paying your bills, you cannot afford it. Then you can't afford to be here. You need to pay your talent first. I'm sorry. The staff is nice, but there's only a few people that are facing for the company, and you should be paying them too. There's something that could have been done. So what's the legal problems with this? There's a lot. One, owing $500,000 for an immune deficiency charity. That's fucking whew, and never delivered. And some of the talents have not been paid since last year. Imagine that. Imagine going a whole year without being paid, but actually working. I don't know what they were doing to get by. I mean, I know that these people have probably a lot of money, so they have a lot of, like layover periods, so that they're fine, but also you can't just not pay them for the work they do. So when it comes to legal ramifications, it appears that VShojo has categorized their talents as independent contractors and not employees, and this allows them to avoid labor protections. like wage labor enforcement. But they can't do that because this is in the US. They can't do that with their employees that work at their like US offices. So they have to pay those people. But in a place like California, where VShojo is based, courts can override that classification if the company exerts employee-like control, which to me, they do. Now, I am not a lawyer in any capacity. I watched a few videos about this situation where lawyers talked about it, and I am just kind of going over the most important parts of it. So nobody listen to me. I'm not a lawyer, okay? I'm not a lawyer. I'm just I am tinfoil theorying based off what they said. Now, charity fraud is a big deal, and like what that could possibly be is like wire fraud, obviously charity fraud, embezzlement, and tax fraud, which is the big deal. Because if they claim the donations without actually donating the funds, that is really bad. Now, according to the Japanese side of VShojo, the company was never profitable, and they've been taking losses since they covered donations or diverted funds. Now, the problem also with VShojo is they've been preparing for bankruptcy, and I have a feeling that they're going to do that to not pay their talents, which is super shitty, super duper shitty. So I feel like if you guys wanted to donate to those talents, feel free to do that. I know that my audience is full of artists. You know, anything you could do to help them out would be, I mean, I know that they make a lot of money, but that doesn't mean that they're not owed money. You know what I mean? And the thing is because they classified the talents as like contractors, it seems like those debts could be like wiped away in the bankruptcy proceedings, if they can go through that. But yeah, I don't know. So, I mean, because it's based in California, that's probably why like all of the VTubers that quit are being very silent or saying certain things and not giving more details, because they were obviously given legal advice not to say stuff. And there are whistleblower protections in California and labor laws that, may legally allow them to speak out, especially about illegal activity. Like, this is like a legal strategy. So if you're fans of any of them, do not pressure them for answers. They cannot give you those answers because it is probably going to hurt them to give answers right now. It's too soon. This will probably take a while to figure out. But I'm glad that all of them, if they are independent contractors, that means that they get to keep their audiences, they get to keep their YouTube channels, which was that was like the big thing that I was thinking about. Like, do they get to keep all of their stuff? And it seems like they do. So VShojo is probably gonna go under. They're probably gonna have to go under. The Attorney General is probably gonna have to investigate them. There's gonna be civil lawsuits from donors, probably some criminal stuff for the CEO of the American VShojo. And there's probably some California labor laws. So I don't know, man. If you guys haven't watched the videos, I'll probably link all the videos below so you guys can watch them all just for context. But I am so disappointed to hear that, like, people who are just trying to be girls. They're just girls. They're just girls trying to be girls. They were just girls. And a lot of them were girls that were afraid to trust. And companies, corpos, businesses, they will fuck you over sideways and spit you out and take your money and take you for a ride. That's really, I'm disappointed to hear that. I am hoping that something can come back for those girls. I am just hoping that everything turns around for them. I mean, they're independent, and I know that they value their privacy, kind of like how I do. But I just hope that everything can get sorted out as quickly as possible. But I have a feeling that this is probably going to be like at least 2 years of trying to figure this shit out. So, well, if this is your first time to my channel, I would say I do like kind of like justice videos a little bit. I do a little bit of call outs. I do a little bit of news for artists. I think this would be news for artists because so many artists are involved in the VTuber community. And if you guys care about my channel and you guys want to support my channel, I have a Patreon. And thank you to my patrons who support me. And please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get to 20k, and I will see you in the next one. Oh, what was I gonna say? If you watch to the end, just type emoji is a star. Do that, so I know you watched to the end. All right, I'll see you next time, guys. Peace out.